What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Oak and Smoke Whiskey Reviews. My name is Brent. If you are a subscriber, I thank you so much for your support. And if you're not a subscriber and you're into whiskey and whiskey type related stuff, please consider hitting that subscribe button with a notification bell. That way you'll be notified of new uploads and live streams. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye Whiskey. The Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye is the company's third rye whiskey release. Their first release was the Unaged Rye in 2012, and their second was the Rested Rye in 2014. Jack Daniel's created their first new mash bill in 100 years to create their rye whiskey. The whiskey is aged in the upper portions of the rickhouse where it is exposed to dramatic temperature variations. The Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye being reviewed today is from barrel number 157472, bottled on 12-10-15 from rick number L2. The Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye Whiskey is a Brown-Forman product that is distilled at Jack Daniel's Distillery. This is a non-age stated whiskey, but we know it is at least 4 years old because it is not stated on the bottle. It is a mash bill of 70% rye, 18% corn, and 12% malted barley with a 47% ABV, 94 proof, and an MSRP of around $50. Let's check out the bottle for a second. The bottling on this one, guys, is pretty cool. It's a decanter style bottling. The cork on this one is synthetic. It's got a wooden top. It says hand selected single barrel right on top of the cork. Right here on the stem of the neck, it does give the warehouse location, the date it was bottled, and the bottle number right here on the stem of the neck. The front of the bottle right here, of course, says Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye Whiskey. And on the back, it tells a little bit about the flavor profile of this whiskey. Pretty cool bottling. It also has Jack Daniel's embossed right here in the bottling. Pretty cool bottling. It is a nice looking decanter style bottling. With that being said, let's get into the color, nose, and taste of this whiskey. Alright guys, check out the color. The color on this one is a dark amber color. Pretty dark whiskey. I don't think that's so much due in part to the age. I think it's more of the fact of the warehouse location. It is in the upper portions of the rickhouses, and that is allowing it to be exposed to dramatic temperature changes, and that allows the wood to contract the whiskey and expand and pull the whiskey in and out of the wood a little bit more, being exposed to those dramatic temperature changes. It does have a nice color to the whiskey though. We are going to check the viscosity. I'm going to swish it around in the glass just a little bit just to see how viscous and oily this whiskey is. And it is clinging to the glass fairly well. Got a decent viscosity to it. The legs are kind of thin and running quickly, so it's not super viscous, but it does have a nice viscosity to it and a nice, beautiful color to the whiskey. With that being said, let's get into the nose. Right away on the nose, I'm getting a banana and cherry note. Yeah, bananas and cherries. Some caramel, some baking spices, a little bit of clove and rye spice, of course, and a definite nice oak note, but it's like a charred oak note on the nose. It's not nosing like your typical rye. A lot of your typical ryes have bent, dill, black licorice. This has none of that. It's definitely unique, especially the banana cherry note. Not so much the banana. I typically get banana notes on Jack Daniel's products, but the cherry and the caramel, and there's just not a whole lot of rye spiciness or the typical notes you would get off of a rye whiskey in this whiskey. But in saying that, it's definitely unique and a pleasant nose. Very approachable and pleasant. Yeah, that cherry banana note, very nice cherry banana note. You are getting a little bit of clove and baking spice and rye spice in there. And that charred oaky note is definitely nice also. Nothing's really standing out. It's very well balanced. And there is just a tinge, a little wee bit of an ethanol sense, but nothing to really kill the nose, but there is a little bit present. Once again, very unique Interesting nose, you're getting bananas and cherries, caramels, a little bit of baking spice, clove, rye spice, and a nice charred oak note on the nose. Very nice and interesting nose to this whiskey. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. First sip, nice buttery mouthfeel, banana note, a little bit of caramel, and it's finishing off a little bit of an oaky